if you're here with us, that means you're serious about exploring a possible business opportunity, and there couldn't be any better platform than Franchise India to kind of talk about it. So as Bharat mentioned, my name is Satyam Garg, and I'm basically the country manager for Network in Action for India and the Middle East region. And the opportunity today that I'm going to talk about is more in terms of just not a business, but a lifestyle that you create for yourself. So people who are already established in their lives, running businesses, or you have had a very flourishing corporate career for yourself, and now you want to get into a space where you just don't run a business for the sake of it, but you also enjoy the process of running it. You love meeting people, you love networking with people, and you love helping people. If that is something that's the space that kind of excites you, then I can tell you Network in Action can be a business opportunity which is just not cash rich, which is just not profitable, but it will also bring a lot of fulfillment in your life. Okay. I'm sure, if you go across, meet people and ask them, what's the best form of generating leads for the business, and the common answer that you would get from most of them would be, referrals. you know but how do you get referrals? So you get referrals to the people that or your friends and family, your colleagues at work, your business partners. That's the kind of network that gives you kind of referrals and introduces you to people who can generate business. Now just imagine if you've moved out of your hometown and you are at a new place trying to set up a business, and if you had to kind of find people who can help you, or who can buy from you or source your services, how do you kind of get access to it? So, the best answer to it is, you will look for joining a industry forum, or chambers of commerce, or any other commercial networking platform, which can give you the opportunity to meet new people, exchange referrals, and grow from there on. But, I still would say, while there are various global organizations that have worked extensively in the space of business networking and have kind of structured it, but still business networking is looked at as a very, very taboo subject, even in these days today's. While there is hunger, people want to network. Just take an example. Go to any event. It can be a conference, it can be an exhibition, it can be a seminar, it can be a workshop. More than the agenda of the workshop or the seminar or the event, people are there to exchange visiting cards. People are always looking for such opportunities, but such platforms are very, very limited. While there is a global organization which kind of works in this space, and they have been they are the ones to be given credits to for stabilizing and structuring the business networking business in India. But there's always a scope to do more given the population size that we are living in. And that's where we thought of, why not we bring one of the leading global brands in the business networking space in a market like India, and help potential business owners who enjoy the concept of business networking, events, meeting people, shaking hands, and helping them grow their business. And we really think that this space can be a very, very exciting opportunity. So over the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm kind of going to make you go through the details about the business opportunity that we offer and how you can partner with them. But I would like to keep the session interactive, and so that I can provide some value to the time that you've invested in. So as Bharat mentioned at the start, please feel free to use the chat box to ask questions, and we'll be happy to take them. Now, on that note, I'll just quickly share my screen and kind of pull out the presentation. But I would also, it would be great to know, which city are you joining from, and if business networking as a concept excites you enough or not, so that I have some idea of what are the kind of people that we have on the call today. Now, as Bharat mentioned, and feel free to do that while I'm talking about it, the opportunity, use the chat box to the max, and let's get some interaction going. Now, as Bharat mentioned, Network in Action is a global organization. We are headquartered at Texas, United States. And in the year 2015, the founder and chairman of Network in Action, Mr. Scott Talley, he was a part of various networking platforms in the US, and he would observe them. Some would do very well, some would have some loopholes. And he felt that, networking as a concept was all physical meetings. People had to invest a lot of time and, put in a lot of effort. And he said that, how can I make it more fruitful? How can I integrate technology? How I can make it that, it becomes a global platform, just not limited to a local area. And that's where he kind of visualized that, if I can integrate technology in networking, I can really make a big business out of it. And that's how, Network in Action was born. And since the last 9 years, we now have over 350 plus franchisees. And we run across the regions of United States. We are there in the South America. We are there in the Baltics, Canada, and now we have officially launched ourselves in India. In India, we already have operations up and running in the states of West Bengal, Gujarat, and Delhi NCR. And as we move forward, our idea is that by end of 2025, that's in about approximately 1 year and 3 months from now, we would be present in about 40 plus cities in India and would be a member community of more than about 25,000 plus. That's the kind of vision that we have for the next 1 year. And the kind of response that we've received in India as a market has been humongous. And, it just shows that people are hungry for such networking platforms. People want to invest into coming on board, and it can be a very, very exciting business opportunities for individuals who understand the space of networking. So who's it for? I would say anyone who understands how getting to make people meet, giving them introductions and helping them and handholding them to grow their business works, then this is a business opportunity for them. If you're someone who loves going out to events, who loves socializing, who loves making friends, then this is the business that you really have to get into. Our mission at Network in Action is to help businesses grow through networking. And it is powered through like-minded individuals that we get on board, and we integrate a lot of technology to ensure that sitting in India, if you had to network or find a prospect for yourself in America, our technology platforms will make it very, very easy for yourself. Now, why you should look at a Network in Action franchise? Franchisee these days, you name an industry, you name a segment, and you would have a franchise opportunity in that. And a lot of people would ask me of why I should invest in a event-driven business or a people-driven business where I can just open up a restaurant or a salon or a spa and make better profits out of it. So, some of the advantages of getting into a Network in Action kind of a business is, this business requires no inventory. You don't have to invest a lot into, sourcing, a lot of manpower, material, raw materials, products, or resources. So, it's an inventory free business. This is a business that you can even run out of your home, or you can also operate off your existing setup. So you already have an office, and you want to diversify. This is a business that you can start from your existing setup. For people who are just getting into entrepreneurship, they don't have a setup, you can even run this business out of your home. Very portable. Again, as I said, it's a people driven business, event driven business. So every month you would be growing across your cities, hosting events across various hotels. So it's not that you have to sit at one place and kind of run this business. You can move around very, very easily and run this business uh, at ease. This business offers fast ROI. It's a very, very cash rich business. The more the members, the better the revenues for yourself. And I'll show you a small exercise on how numbers in this business can look like as we move forward. And of course, it's fun. Who doesn't like going to events? Who doesn't like meeting new people, getting to know them, getting to know about their businesses? So, it's while you run this business, the kind of meetings you run, the kind of structures you provide to businesses. It's a very fun, loving business, I would say. You enjoy the process of running this business. I wouldn't say, you don't need employees to run a network in action business, but with limited manpower, you can get the maximum outcome, I would say. And it's a recession-proof business. I have seen the days of COVID where everything went into a lockdown, but networking forums and networking business ran. All the difference was, instead of physical meetings, we moved the format to virtual, and the business was booming. Rather, during COVID, we saw the maximum enrollments in the space of networking, because people did not want it to be sitting idle at home. They wanted to meet new people. And it just so worked in that time. I would say, in a market like India, it was during COVID that networking as a business became very, very visible, and more people came to know about various networking platforms and wanted to enroll for it. So these are some of the advantages that you have when you look at partnering with business like Network in Action. Now, a lot of people who would understand what networking space, business networking space is, would say, what is the NIA difference? We have global organizations that we're doing so well. Why should we not partner with them, and why we should go with a new organization that has just entered India? So, there's a lot of value that we really bring to the table, because when you talk about the concept like business networking, most of the organizations run networking business as more of a transaction driven business. For us at Network in Action, it's just not the transaction that we are doing. It's more about providing value to people. If I help other people and make them grow their business, they will always give back more than that to me. So the idea is to provide more value, rather than just looking at a transaction. Hey, what can do for myself? Rather, our stake is more about how can I help you grow, and how I can make a difference in your life. So we are not transactional. We are very, very value focused. That would be the first core difference between us and the other players that are there in the market. And while networking is more about physical meeting, we say, our format says we do only once a month physical meeting. Rest everything is done through technology and virtual platforms. So our format of meeting says the first week you meet virtually, and you just don't meet within your chapter, but you meet people across the city. The second week, again, it's a virtual meeting where you meet members from across the state, across different states. The third week, again, a virtual meeting where you meet members just not from India, but other countries as well, where Network in Action is functioning. And the fourth week is again where we actually go back to your local city, local area, and we run a physical meeting. Now, this physical meeting is just not about networking or referrals. It's also about business education. It's also about developing meaningful relationships. And that's what makes the difference between NIA and other platforms. So we follow a physical meeting once a month, and rest everything is done virtually and through our apps and technology platform. Now, the NIA difference is, see, most of the clients that we get at NIA, people who become our members, are more in terms of small and medium businesses. They need a lot of technology integration. So we do give them, CRMs, we give them email marketing tools, we give them apps through which they can stay connected with members all across the globe very, very easily. Now, when you compare our technology that we provide and the solutions that we provide to our members, in comparison to the other networking platforms, we are far, far more advanced in terms of technology. The NIA franchisees, is a professional leader, and all our meetings and all the business operations are run by professional leaders, the franchise owner himself, rather than, having a volunteer who does it on behalf of the franchise owner. Now, in typical regular networking platforms, any and everyone can be a part of this. At NIA, we actually have a qualification process where only qualified business owners can be a part of a network. So any business between 1 crore to 100 crore turnover, that's the qualification criteria, and only these businesses can actually become members with NIA. Now, again, when you compare it with the other networking platforms, those meetings are designed to recruit new members. Our meetings are designed to kind of provide value, provide business education, provide the right guidance on how they can develop meaningful relationships with other members. So that's how our meetings are run. And because, our meetings are agenda focused, value focused, we have a better retention rate of our members as well. Typically globally, Network in Action has about a 80% plus retention rate of members. So, someone who has joined in the first year, 80% of them, will kind of renew their membership for second year, which ensures that, as a franchise owner, you have passive revenues coming for yourself. All our members are guaranteed ROI. So if you become a member, you invest say 60, 70,000 rupees on an annual basis with us, we ensure that you generate, a good amount of business for us through our platform so that you can get ROIs, guaranteed ROIs against all the investments that you have made. So that's some of the advantages of joining or partnering with a business like Network in Action. And as I said, we kind of have a very state of art technology, and anyone who would like to see it, I'm happy to kind of organize one-to-one calls where I can give you a live demo of the technology. But for the benefit of time, I'll post a link in the chat box as I finish the presentation. And you all can go through some recorded videos about our technology as well. Now, let's just talk about more in terms of what's the opportunity for a franchise owner here. So we are looking at partnering with individuals or people running businesses who would like to build a structured business networking platform for themselves. So the opportunity here is that you own a rights for a particular city, and you operate the business networking platform that we offer using all our systems and processes, and enroll business owners to become members. Now, when business owners become a member of your platform, they pay you an annual subscription fee, which becomes your revenue. So just to give you some idea, say our annual membership fee for Network in Action is say about 60,000 rupees, and say you get 200 members in the first year, you're looking at a gross revenue of about 1.2 crores for yourself. Now, of that, 15% comes to us as royalties for all the frameworks, technology, tools, resources, systems that we provide you to run this business. So the gross revenues after paying royalty at your end is about 1 crore 2 lakhs. Now let's just understand what is the kind of investments that you will have to make in operations to get that kind of revenue. All you need is a team of good 4 to 5 individuals, 2 to 3 sales guys, 1 or 2 marketing guys who can generate the leads, educate people about what are the benefits of joining Network in Action as a platform. And from there, you grow on. And then you will have to invest in running some events, coffee meets to kind of, put that messaging and education across, potential business owners who can be the members for Network in Action. So if I take all of those costs in terms of manpower, events, and marketing, that would be roughly about anywhere between 35 to 40 lakhs on an annual basis, which ensures that you have a net margin in a business like this close to about 60 lakh of rupees when you're looking at about 200 members. Of course, you will have to account about 10 to 15% contingencies. But as I said at the start, this is a very, very cash rich business. Now, people would say, oh, it's very difficult to make 200 members in the first year. Go do these calculations at 100 members. Go do these calculations at 50 members, and you will see still the numbers are very, very profitable, because your operational expenses will come down basis the level that you're operating in. I just tell people that, in a business like this, all you need is 25 to 30 members at an initial level to break even. And then if you're able to retain these 25, 30 members for a period of 3 to 4 months, then the journey from 25 members to 100 members would be very, very easy, because then members starts getting you members and referral starts happening. So it's a very, very cash rich business for you to look at. And there's a lot of value add that you get in terms of, joining a platform like this. As we've just started in India, maybe you'll not see some big Indian names, but, we work with all size of businesses in the US and other parts of the world. And, we have held more than, I would say, more than 25,000 businesses scale their businesses and earn decent profits. So that's what the opportunity with Network in Action is. So if you are someone who's already running a business, you want to use your influence and leadership to kind of guide more business owners, look at this business. If you're a top-notch corporate professional moving out of your job, you enjoy sales, you enjoy business development, you enjoy meeting people, then this definitely can be a good business proposition for yourself. So that's a brief overview of what opportunities we have for the business opportunity that we have with Network in Action. Maybe Bharat, if you're around, I'm open up for some questions, and I'll also paste some details which our audience can go through to know more about the business opportunity. And yeah, so happy to take questions, or and I'll also post in my email ID and contact number. If you want to know more about us, you can definitely reach out to us. So over to
While
you.
we get while we get more questions, wanted to understand, Satyam. I mean, we already have, I guess, this kind of the business group, you can see the business networks in India, like FICCI or CII,
Hmm.
right? Is it the similar kind of thing, or it is different? Like,
So see, again, the names that you suggested are more of industry forums and chambers of commerce. Now
Mhm.
these are not for profit organizations, and the idea is to mobilize business owners within a specific industry. Like a FICCI would have a industry forum for each of the industries, and the idea is to get business owners, established business owners, which participate in policy making, which participate in giving feedback to the government on what's happening in the market for that particular segment. So while there is networking that's offered, but it's for the top of the ladder kind of business owners to be there. The idea of a business platform like Network in Action is to empower the SMEs, give them the opportunity to meet new people, grow their network, exchange referrals, and get hand-holding and business education to take it to the next level. So we are very, very commercial driven, and we kind of talk more in terms of getting results for small and medium businesses. So that would be the difference between us and the regular chambers of commerce and industry bodies. And while we do this, we help our franchise owners build a very, very profitable business. Just do your maths, given the demographics, say, of India, if you are in any particular city, you're having a community of 1,000+ entrepreneurs that you're managing at 60,000 rupees annually, you're looking at running a business worth 6 to 7 crores. After even taking away all your operational expenses, all your marketing expenses, this business would still be at least at about 2 to 3 crores of profits for you. And again, there are organizations in this country who are achieving those kind of numbers. And this space is becoming saturated for them. They are sold out in India. So this is an opportunity for people who are ambitious, who want to work in this space, to kind of make the most out of an opportunity like this.
right. And the kind of focus that we have nowadays in on this, the startups or the digital transformation or the government collaborations or the digital expansion of businesses. I guess this particular option can be one of the really lucrative kind of opportunity, right? Which can
Yeah,
help an individual to transform um, uh, their the business, right? I
yeah,
mean, lots of people can connect to each other and can take the advantage of this platform, right?
yeah,
um
absolutely.
w- so we have a question. I mean, we'll talk about it. We have Gopinath. He has Adukalam sports infrastructure. We build sports venues. How this can session help me? I mean, because he's also into some infrastructure construction work. How he can get
So I
benefit
would
of
say,
this
reach out to a local franchisee of Network in Action that runs in your area, and become a member. Maybe you meet a lot of other business owners who who would be operating in the space of sports and would need your services, or they would need some people who they would know some people who can be of your use, so they can refer you to them. So that's how networking works. But the idea about today's session is more in terms of, if you want to diversify from the space of sports, want to start a new business, and business networking as a concept makes sense, then exploring a network in a franchisee can be one option for yourself. But if you are looking at more in terms of growing your existing business, then I would suggest that you connect with us offline. We will connect you with one of our local franchise owners, and maybe you can consider becoming a member of that platform.
Absolutely, absolutely right. In case if you become the member of such network, then of course you will meet other people also with the similar interest, and somewhere you will get the benefit, right, of that network. Right. So we were talking about the startups that is taking place in India and the digital transformation and the regional expansion of the businesses. So, do you think, Satyam, that this kind of network is really going to flourish in coming days? Uh, I know that this kind of network is already doing very well in US.
Hmm.
Right. So, what do you think in India the future is?
So this space is exploding, Bharat. I was in Kolkata last month where we did a launch event for Network in Action. We had about 80 plus members in the room, and immediately the feedback that after running a 3 hour powerful meeting with them was that this is different. This comes as a breath of fresh air in the space of networking, where people just focus more on referrals, but our meeting format was more about getting to know the other person better, driving meaningful relationships. They got educated by some of the best business coaches in the country, and in all of that they were able to exchange referrals. So what led to that was, immediately after that launch event, we had 10 to 12 members that joined our first chapter in Kolkata. We followed it
Oh,
up with another event in Kolkata itself, another next 15 days, and we had another 8 or 9 people that joined our members. So within just two meetings that we ran, we got potential of about 20 plus people that join our platform. Now, if we continue that effort for the next 6 to 7 months, I can easily tell you, in a city like Kolkata, we would be 500 plus members in the next 1 year. Now, also what
wow.
led to that was, a lot of people in Kolkata, reached out to us. I have a business in Nepal. I would like to take a network in an action franchisee in Nepal. A lot of people from other parts of West Bengal started approaching us to start a network in action franchise there. We've been running operations in Rajkot, Gujarat since the start of this year. We are already about 30 plus members there, and a lot of interest has started coming in from the state of Gujarat to kind of take up a network in action franchise. We recently finalized a network in action franchisee for the entire Northeast. So the entire Northeast, 8 sister states are sold out, plus Delhi NCR as well. So if you see,
Wow.
all these results that I'm talking about are in the past 6 months. So if we kind of keep that space going on, and we are operating and we meet the right kind of partners and recruit the kind of partners, then the vision that I shared with you, 25,000 members, operations in about 40 plus cities by the end of 2025, is no more difficult. It seems like quite a possible thing that we have. So networking as a space is only going to boom. It's about a 1 trillion dollar business at a global level, and this is only going to grow year on year, month on month, day on day. So probably the right time for people to get into a space like this and make the most out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the kind of figures that you just shared is amazing. Obviously, I mean, getting into network and growing the business, scaling up their business is really important. So the core value of this particular, network in action or the networking business, like you get the collaboration, you get innovation, integrity, the accountability, and you get to have the access of the community or with the similar like-minded people.
Yeah.
The benefit you can also see like the opportunity with like-minded professionals, access to training, workshop, educational resources, increased visibility and exposure of your business, support from community or entrepreneur and professionals, opportunity for partnership and collaboration. So lots of things you are going to get in case if you involve in this kind of, the business, right? Um, okay, so someone has written in something in the chat box. Is network in action is similar like BNI, Lions Club, Rotary Club, etc. Okay,
So I was actually typing a response to that question only. While I would say,
okay,
we're very similar to BNI, but as I said, there's a difference between what we do and what BNI does. And I can
correct.
talk at length about it. But again, I
Hmm.
would say we are similar to Lions Club or Rotary Club. Why these are also member-driven organizations, but they have their own objective of doing it. And I would say, both of those these are very great organizations, by the way, Lion clubs and Rotary clubs. We
Right,
most of our franchise owners come from there, but they have a very different mindset, and they don't do it for profits. What we are trying to build at Network in Action, or what other organizations like BNI and others do, we are a very, very profit focused networking organization. So that's how I would see it. But yes, BNI has its own benefits, and we have to give them the respect. They are the global leaders when it comes to networking. But we have
correct.
NIA is very different when it comes to the value, the difference that we offer to a member than a BNI. That's how I would like to put it at this point in time.
That's great. All right, so that was really a very informative session, Satyam. Thanks so much for sharing this opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, the earning potential was, I mean, mesmerizing, right?
Hmm.
In case if any one of the viewers or the investors would like to get in touch with Satyam, right? Satyam has already shared his, the details, numbers, contact numbers in the chat box. You please reach out to him. Apart from that, you can also reach out to our hotline number 9717683838, or you can write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. So I would really appreciate everyone whosoever have joined for this business. And I'm again telling you, this is really one of the lucrative of the business opportunity, right? And of course, it is gonna build its the network very soon in India, right? Which is already available in US and Western countries. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, Satyam, for being with us on this webinar and sharing the best business opportunity that we have. And to the viewers, in case if you want to have one-on-one discussion with Satyam, or want to get in touch with us, please contact us. Our hotline number 9717683838, or you can write to us at franchise feedback@franchiseindia.in. We will again come up with a new brand and the business opportunity tomorrow. Once again, sorry, on Monday, and then we will get to learn about the brand and the business opportunity again. Till then, thank you so much. Take care, and best of luck. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Satyam,
Thanks,
joining
brother.
us.
Bye.
Thank you.